Whatever I choose to believe becomes true for me. Whatever you choose to believe becomes true for you. We believe in thinking differently, so we become different beings. There are always a billion thoughts that we can think at any moment. What we choose to think now creates the next moment. Whether we think we can or we think we cannot, both ways we are right. Because each time we think, we activate a new chain of events. Whether it leads to success or failure depends on the thoughts which activated it and the subsequent thoughts which followed it. 1111 is a doorway to the parallel universe of our wishes. Whatever we are wishing for in this universe is already coming true somewhere in the parallel universe. So beware of what you wish for, because it just might come true, especially if you see the number sequence 1111 during that time. For this reason, 1111 is one of my favorite sequences, because I don't see it as a number sequence but as an opportunity to make a wish. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Aditi and welcome to my channel InnerWorldRevealed, and today in this vlog we will be discussing the number sequence 1111 in details. 1111 is the most famous number sequence in numerology, and many people believe that you begin to see the sequence when you are spiritually awakening. But I believe that you see something when you're looking for it. If you're not looking for it, you wouldn't see it even if it is there right in front of your eyes. 11 is a master number which is very highly charged, and when we have two 11s put together, 1111 is definitely very hot. 1111 is often linked with the concept of synchronicity. Synchronicity is kind of a connection between places and people which are probably very different and are totally not connected to each other, but a series of coincidental events is somehow connecting them. For example, a person, say called George Bryson, checks in at Hotel Brown and at room number 307, and then he goes to the reception and checks mails, and he finds that a letter is addressed to George Bryson, room 307, Brown Hotel. Later, when he opens the mail, the letter, he finds that it is not meant for him. It is meant for somebody who is also called George Bryson and who checked in at that room before him. Now, what are the possibilities of something like that happening? So once again, this sequence 1111 is like a connection to the parallel world, or probably like a glitch in the matrix. Similar parallel events happening at two different places at the same time. And what are the possibilities of something like that happening? So now, if you don't believe in it, if you don't want to see it, if you're not focusing on it, you wouldn't notice it, even if it is happening right under your nose. It is only after I started learning about numerology I began to see this number sequence 1111 in the digital clock, probably because I got to know about number sequences and I was focusing on it. Before that, I did not notice it. Now, even after I started noticing it, I did not know the actual meaning of this number sequence 1111 for a very long time, because I was looking for it at many places, but I did not find a clear explanation to what it was. Later, when I discovered it, now I use it as a tool to make my wishes come true. And trust me, you too can do the same. You too can use it as a tool to make your wishes or your desires or your dreams come true. You can make a pre-planned effort to see an 1111. That is also something what I do. So you can put an alarm in your digital clock at say around 11:10 and keep on staring at the clock till it strikes 11:11, and when it does, close your eyes and make a wish. But be careful about what you wish for, because it just might come true. So always concentrate on the presence of a particular thing. Whatever you want to bring in your life, you concentrate on the presence of it and not on the absence of it. So if you want to win a competition, concentrate on the winning part. See that you are winning it and you're glorified, etc. As I said earlier also, that 1111 is also known as a sign of awakening or the growth of the soul. When the soul grows, our inner world changes. And when that happens, that is then reflected in the outer world. The way we deal with people changes, the way we look at things changes. The situations around us could still be the same, but we would be having a different perspective to look at them. You see, the most beautiful things in our lives are actually unplanned, and we find them just like that. We find them when we are not looking for them, or when we are not hunting for them. If we are hunting for something, it would build further frustration, longing, and unhappiness. You see, when something is really not happening, there might be various reasons for that. Maybe it is not the right time, or maybe it is not right for you, or maybe you're just making some silly errors. That'll be all for today. If you have liked watching the log and have found it to be useful, please hit a thumbs up. If you haven't liked it, please hit a thumbs down. No reaction is the worst thing that you could do to me. If you would like to stay in touch, like my FB page, the link is provided in the description box below. You can comment for any queries based upon the log, or you can subscribe to my channel for regular updates on my upcoming logs. That'll be all for today. Have a nice time. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.